David Attenborough. David Attenborough. Apparently, my brother-in-law told me, like I'm Prime Amazon. He's got 10 episodes of the evolution. Like he's just a narrator, basically, right?
Do you work on the week? Did you teach on the weekend?
So I said, oh, I'll check it out.
Well, one of the great books I've ever read, called The Dragons of Eden. It's by Carl Sagan,
Oh, okay.
and he tracks the evolution of the human brain
Okay.
throughout the last 2 million years. You know, when we start to understand that, when we begin to get to spatial thinking, you know, just an incredible book.
Hey,
So Art, I was online once for about 3 months,
yeah.
talking against Stephen Harper.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
I was on a page where there was 240,000 people. But after a while, I got fairly prominent on this page.
Yeah.
And some really intelligent people were interacting with my site, and we were having conversations. Now, of course, you never know what each other's name is really, right? After about 3 months, I'm talking to a woman named Skeena. Not a woman, I'm talking to a personality called Skeena, another one called Mary, and they're fucking brilliant. And 7,000 of us on the page of 240,000,
Okay.
we left that page because we wanted to do something more than type at each other
Yeah.
about Stephen
Oh, I
Harper.
was wondering
Yeah.
if that was
So
the baby
7,000 of
movie.
us left that page and formed a new page called Crush.
So you had a parallel. Yeah. Okay.
Canadians resolve to unseat Stephen Harper.
Wow. That sounds pretty good.
7,000 came with us to that page.
Nice.
Now we're dealing with 7,000 people. Now we all really agree with each other. Those other 200,000 can hit the fucking road kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're deciding, okay, what can we do against Stephen Harper? So one night I walked in my little office and I saw a toonie on the table and I
Oh.
picked it up.
Yeah.
And I got online and said, hey everybody, I just find the toonie behind my couch. Everybody go and put your hand behind your cushion on your couch.
And see what you can
See
find.
what you can find.
Yeah.
In 18 hours, we raised $17,000.
Wow. Incredible, eh?
So, Stephen
Wow.
Harper announced that he's going on a cross-Canada tour. And now we have the itinerary of the cities. So with the $17,000, you go and buy an ad in every fucking city he goes to, calling him out for the prorogation.
Yeah.
And we would put our initials, Crush. Canadians resolve to unseat Stephen Harper. We buy these ads. Some newspapers gave it to us for half, like the guy in Victoria. The guy at the Calgary Herald took our ad, took our money, and then called us and said he wasn't going to run our ad because it was like too political. And I broke out laughing, and I called the guy and said, you checked off our credit card, like our PayPal account, motherfucker. Like you took the money, and under the law, if that ad ain't in there, you're in violation of the fucking, you know. So anyway, he got on the stick and the ad was published. Anyway, after about a week and a half tour through Canada with us chasing Stephen Harper around, he gets back to Ottawa and he's doing a press conference. And the reporter says, so-and-so says such and such about your policy. And he goes, yeah, well, she's just a member of that left-wing extreme organization, Crush. You can't listen to anything they say. And as soon as he said our name, we all emailed each other and went, victory! He fucking knows us. He knows who we are, and he hates us. Like, you know how much victory that is in politics? The Prime Minister knows us. There's only 7,000 of us. But then we were fucking him over big time shit. And anyway, after 3 months of this, I'm having a discussion with a personality called Mary. She's a very bright. And she and I are discussing the human mind and everything like that. And she says, you know, Michael, I've really enjoyed talking to you over the last 3 months, she says to me. And she said, I would love to talk to you off-site.
Off-site. Okay. Like personal, one-to-one?
Go to a place, that's not on that page.
Oh, I
and
see.
have
Oh,
and-
okay.
And she's gonna fess up with me about who she is.
Yeah.
Like, that's when somebody says I want to talk, they're gonna tell you, okay, here's who I am. And you don't know for all these months. You just know how their brain works.
Yeah.
You like it. So anyway, she gets a hold of me and she goes, Michael,
Wow, she used a lot of strength there.
my name is, and she gives me her doctor so-and-so. She is a fucking neurosurgeon in Ottawa. Holy fuck. She runs a neurosurgeon clinic. She was negotiating pensions for the for the Canada Medical Association at the same time she's online, so that's why she covered up her identity all the time. And she turns out to be this fucking genius. And I've been talking to her for 3 months, and at one point, Art, I even said, wow, Mary, I said, I get fascinated. I said, you seem really well versed on this, because I was discussing the Dragons of Eden with her, and I said, have you ever read the Dragons of Eden by Carl Sagan? And she was fascinated. She'd never heard of it. Said she was going to get it.
Well, she knew who Carl Sagan was.
Well, of course she did, but
Yeah.
she didn't know about that book.
Yeah, because he wrote a few of them.
Oh, fuck, a zillion of them.
I know.
But that was an old book when he was a professor studying human, minds and things like that. So anyway, I said to her, Mindy, come. Min, come. No, look up. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. So I'm telling a neurosurgeon, she knows a lot about the human mind.
Well, no kidding. She has
And
to.
I'm going, well, you seem fairly well versed, because we're having this fairly upscale conversation. Like, I'm thinking, wow, this person really fucking got it nailed down.
Yeah, there you go. And then she's a professor. Is she what university is she? Is she teaching or?
No, she it was a.
Or
runs
she's a
clinic
surgeon.
in Ottawa.
Okay.
And anyway, she sent me Christmas baking that year.
Oh, really? Nice.
She was just, and I met a CBC reporter, the guy that did all the reporting out of Afghanistan. I was online with him for 4 months, and then he finally says, Mike, I want to talk to you.
Friday.
He says, I'm so-and-so, and I said,
Yeah.
and I went, oh, for fuck's sakes, I watch this guy on the CBC News from Afghanistan all the time.
Yeah.
And he and I are really going on about the war for 3 months, what horse shit's going on.
Yeah.
And then when he says, I want to talk to you, he goes, I'm so-and-so, and I broke out laughing, and I said, I thought you had a little too much local knowledge to be a guy just standing around BC. Like, he knew Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And he was fascinating. But yeah, you can meet a million people online. You don't ever have to say who you are.
No.
But you right away, you know the quality of their mind.
Oh yeah. To be honest, I used to go on these what they call chat rooms with the dog training, and after a while, I just got tired of it because a lot of people criticized other trainers, their methods and ideology, and I said, I'm not here to fucking argue. I'm here to learn because I have so much more to learn. That's why I'm on there.
Right.
And it's interesting to know other people's viewpoints or their training techniques. But I don't want to sit and go to a room where they just argue back and forth. And you can see it. Boom. I said, that's it. I'm out of there.
Art, why do you think 7,000 of us broke away from 240,000? Because we wanted a more sharper analysis.
Yeah.
And you know what? I didn't meet all those 7,000, but the ones I met were all top of their game people in society. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's never a matter of numbers. It's a matter of the quality of the information.
Yes.
And again, what was that insane quality that had a guy like Genghis Khan, where everybody just said, hey, this guy's got his shit together.
But correct me if I'm wrong. When Genghis Khan went way up north, there were some zoonotic diseases that I think originated from other animals that affected his whole army. Did you know about that?
Well, his army got sick. He had to pull out of China one time because his army got so sick.
Yeah, it's because of these animals carrying viruses, right?
Yeah. Well,
And,
yeah, and they ate, and you know what they did, Art? They had hunts, right? But they were organized, like the Métis used to organize the buffalo hunt, so the Mongols would organize a hunt where they would enclose 200 acres with 50,000 men and drive, and there's a lot of animals in Mongolia.
No kidding.
They would drive everything and kill for days.
But as far as I understood from my reading, is that some of the horses had very contagious viral viruses, which were very transmittable to a man.
Sure, and they ate a lot of horses.
And they ate a lot of, yeah, they did.
Drank their milk.
And drank their milk all the time.
Consumed them.
Yeah.
Turn to the pole of the left is a lot better than
Man, I'll
the
tell you what,
right.
this mare, I never cease reveling in just how good this mare is.
Yeah. Like you said, she's an athlete.
Well, just not that. It's always the mind.
Yeah.
There's a
But you
million
can see
great
it, but you look at her face,
Come around
right?
this way.
She sort of stands out amongst other horses.
She has such integrity when she goes.
Yeah.
You know, like I've seen a million horses go.
Yeah.
I mean, and so that the first time I ever saw her, I just said to him, "Oh, okay, lucky there."
By the way, those things that we planted, you're here tonight, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Give them another cup of water,
Yeah, I will.
okay?
Yeah.
Because that soil dries out fast.
Oh yeah, no, that stuff goes right through.
Where did you get that soil from? The shit pile?
I went to the highest part of that shit pile,
Yeah.
walked right down the hill, and dug right into the ground.
Okay. So it's
like
well aged.
20-year-old.
It's like an old,
That stuff
it's like a fucking bottle of red wine
That
aged.
stuff is the oldest stuff in that pile on the very bottom at the peak of that hill.
Yeah.
I took 18 wheelbarrows out of there.
Wow.
And filled all the buckets.
That gave you a bit of exercise, eh?
Well, it was a bit of piss off because it's ruddy ground back there, you know what I mean? But
Okay, look at Mindy's got her stick with Haley.
yeah, I got a message on my machine the other day from the Maple Ridge Veterinary Clinic going, "Hi Mike, this is Lindsay. You know, we've got a couple of dates open this week. Mindy, you can get her in here. Give me a call."
Well, they're desperate for business.
I wanted to get stupid. You're not right, Mike.
I got the same thing. I got an email. Atlas needs its booster. And I'm thinking, holy fuck. There must be dying for business, right? Because people aren't really bringing their animals in unless it's an emergency.
Yeah.
So they're losing money and their staff need to get paid.
Funny, I always kept my dogs' rabies and stuff up till they were 5 because they were constantly mixing it up with wild animals. But after 5, I gotta be honest, I hardly poked a dog again ever. All of mine lived to ancient ages.
Yeah. Well, I just think, in my opinion, is that I think it's important when your puppy needs the inoculations, right?
Oh yeah, no.
I understand that, but you know what? I am hesitant to give my dogs a booster shot every year. My Atlas is going on 5, and Apollo's going on 3, and I'm thinking they're okay.
No, after 5,
And they keep pushing the fucking rabies on. I said, look, I don't go anywhere with my dogs. I'm not going to any terrier. I'm not going to any dog shows. They don't need. Well, you know, there was a case South Langley last spring of a rabies, and I said, well, that could happen anywhere, anytime. But that's not for me to go up and pay $89 a shot for a rabies shot, right?
Yeah. No.
You know what? I don't need it. Veterinarians make their money from booster shots, spaying,
From maintenance.
and neutering, and flea control. That's it.
Absolutely.
They get the odd surgery here and there.
Yeah. No, I've never. The only surgery I ever had to have on a dog in 32 years was to get 2 teeth extracted
Yeah.
out of Tor's back when he was 16. Like that. Other than that,
You got some good pictures of Tor?
well, the trouble is I've got a bunch of pictures of Tor, but he's old.
He's what,
not-
old?
Yeah, I looked at a picture of him the other day and I went, oh, Tor, because I knew him as a lion his whole life, you know, and then
Yeah.
up to 14 he was.
Yeah,
then
he was
got
on his
old.
prime.
And then the pictures I'm seeing of him, the poor old guy is, you poor guy, you know.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
He's not the man among men that he was, kind of thing.
No, because we have to give them we have to respect all the animals, what they went through. You know,
Oh.
like Tor. Like
That
you say,
last-
he was a lion for you,
The
right?
last 2 or 3 years, I took care of him, and he was he got on his own, but he was an old man by then. You know, like his best years, he was the lion in winter, as they say.
Yeah, exactly.
You ever read The Old Man and the Sea?
Yeah, God, 3 times.
Well, you know, remember how he talked about when he was a young man arm wrestling
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Africa?
yeah.
it was tar. You know, kind of now he's the old man in the sea. So. Yeah, it's funny. I'm just rereading that book now for I don't know how many times.
Well, I've read it 3 times, and I never get bored of it.
No.
You know. Yeah. Well, I got my brother-in-law was over last week. He brought over a couple more books from Ken Follett.
Yep.
And but I'm more interested lately. Documentaries. I'm reading more about documentaries. I'm reading more about the history. I watch not quite a bit. I watch a lot of World War II documentaries.
Oh yeah.
Because my father, used to be in the resistance.
You know who's got the best fucking World War II documentaries going? The Russians.
Oh yeah.
And so I'll put on Russian war movies, Russian documentaries, and a lot of them have got English. They got the film, but
yeah, they got the film,
Russians,
and they don't edit, and they don't edit it.
Oh, they
I'm gonna just tuck my shirt
I
at
thought you
you.
were gonna come after me. Is that legal?
like it.
That scared me for a second here, Ian.
Sorry?
I didn't know the stores was coming right towards me.
Likes
Jeez, I see this big, massive athletic
how many women,
horse.
young women Ian has watched going in circles, jiggling around the arena in front of him?
I've lost count. 30 years ago.
Thousands.
You dream about
You don't have to
your,
dream about it. That's
training?
his life, for
You
fuck's sake.
have dreams
No,
about
I don't.
training?
No.
Because I still have dreams. I'm working at UBC. Fucking grizzly bears chasing me all the time. It's always a sow. Never the male. Never the guy. Always a
No,
sow.
it was only in fact, it was over the weekend that I learned that a female bear was called a sow.
Oh, did you?
I
Oh,
didn't know that.
oh.
And that the male was a bull. I had no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, they're like pigs.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I'd never given it any thought as to what they might be called, but I thought it was strange that a female was called a
So my
sow.
psychologist says, at one point, because I said I have reoccurring dreams, I can find the female sow, and somehow in my dream she finds a way to escape. And once she escapes, she's chasing me, and I'm trying to run, but I can't run that fast. But I find through my running, fleeing, I confine her. And I think, this is good now. I think she's okay. No, she finds another way to escape, and this goes on. So, make a long story short, my psychologist thinks it's because it's my ex-wife. That's what she said to me. Cool. She knows all about my ex-wife. Well, you can call her worse names.
Hey, the other day a guy called me. His name is Mike. His name is Mike Wallace.
Oh, Mike Wallace, yeah.
And anyway, no, he wants Blackberry Joe. So anyway, he called me. So I called the number back, and the guy says to me, "Mike Wallace here." And I said, "Yeah, Mike, it's Mike calling you. I think you called me about blackberries." He goes, "Yeah, Mike, I hear you love blackberries." I said, "Well, I don't know if I love them, but I'm intimate with them." He goes, "Oh, like me and my wife."
Do you want me to repost your thing, by the way?
Sure, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, at the top.
Because I didn't hear back.
circle,
I didn't hear back from you, so I thought maybe.
Sorry,
line there.
No, that's
down
okay.
to sitting trot.
It was 7 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning.
Oh, okay.
7 o'clock in the morning. I think you're up by then.
Oh yeah, no, I'd be up, but I wouldn't. My phone doesn't. I gotta go into the.
Well, it should be
ringtones
still
or
there. The
something.
message should be in your messaging. Anyways,
Because I've had a million messages since then. Yeah.
because I double checked, I thought, hey, maybe Mike lost his phone. Because this happened before. I text people, they don't respond, and I hear later on they lost their phone or they forgot their phone or something with their phone.
So I'd be pretty desperate. I mean, I got all my business is sitting on the phone.
Yeah, I
I
know.
mean, I write everything down on paper.
There's a backup.
Those little flip phones, I've had 3 or 4 of them. They all burn out,
Yeah.
and then you lose every fucking thing.
Well, you can always. Do you have an Apple account?
No, I don't have accounts of any kind.
Okay, well that way, oh, you must have a backup on your phone. You gotta have a backup on your. You look in your settings, and you back it up. So in case you do lose your phone or something happens, it's in the vault. All your information. All right. And make sure she bends. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to worry about that part. She's generous that way. But hopefully the weather will take some sting out of her tonight. Well, it only drives me
Does she
crazy
come
because-
every day?
Huh?
Does she come every day?
No, but she is going to come tonight because she's got a dog. A beautiful 12-month-old golden lab female.
golden lab female. Okay.
And so she said, oh, you know, and I said, why don't you? I said, you have a dog. And she goes, yeah. I said, why don't you ever bring it here? I leave it at home. Why do you do that? Well, it doesn't know about horses. I said, well, labs are not great stock dogs. But then I'm afraid she'll walk into the pen with the horses. And so we'll bring her on a fucking cord.
Yeah, that's how you start. Introduce.
Exactly,
Yeah.
control the dog. Oh, really? Yeah.
Obviously, but some people just don't get it.
So I said, okay, Larissa, bring the fucking dog tonight at 6 o'clock. We'll go in the backfield, and I've seen the dog. She goes off leash good, checks the ball good. Like, this is a nice dog. But
Is she good on the recall?
Yeah, and you got a ball. She's coming back with you 100.
Okay.
Like, she's not going to run from you. She's not that kind of an area. But I said, you just got to bring the dog here, run her out a bit so that you take the tops off her so that when you go home, you know, she's just a lot more, and she's a nice dog. Her and Mindy just love each other. Well, I mean, you know, they're like sisters the same age, right?
Yeah.
She's only 12. So anyway, she's going to bring the dog here at 6. She goes, I just love coming to the farm. I just don't have the time. So
Well, it's very therapeutic to come here.
I said, Larissa, why the fuck do you think you see me and Jill and all that hanging around here? Like, I don't even have a horse here. But
Well, Jill was here last week with her mom. Have you met her mom?
no.
Yeah, she's 90 something.
Oh yeah, no, I know about her because she tells me about her all the time.
Yeah, she's very nice. I met her once before when Jill was just a little thing, and I think she kind of remembers me.
Wow. I got here this morning. Fucking here cut this whole fucking farm. I couldn't believe it. And the
Who
weather's
cut the
so-
grass here?
Huh?
Who cut the grass?
Barry came over with a big lawnmower the other day.
Because he was going to fix Letza's.
Yeah, he is. That's right. But so he came over with some big red one. and chopped up
Did
the
he cut
lawn.
it for her?
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice. of
Well,
him.
yeah, because I was going to cut it for her. She goes, Mike, I think you're going to cut because I cut it with my string machine. You know, it doesn't matter how tall it is.
It was getting the grass was seeding.
Oh, well, fuck, I said, yeah, I said, okay, we're moving from lawn to hay here. I said, that's what I said to her.
Yeah, exactly. You got about 10 bills of hay there.
Yeah. No, that's what I said to her. This is no longer lawn, this is a hay field. Yeah, it's one thing I like about these terriers, man. They never stop moving, but they're always close once
Yeah.
they get broke. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you know what I like about my canines, especially my shepherds, especially Apollo, he'll go ahead, but he always will turn around to see where I am. And he like to do a clockwise circle, and it's like that kind of a pacing. I call it the defective gene, because he paces in his outdoor pen. And it doesn't matter if you put obstacles on the tracks that he makes over time, he'll find a new way, a new track. And I also know that wolves do the same thing. Not all the wolves, but especially in their turf, they will consistently have their own route. And what they do is they're hunting for the animals, obviously, for food for their, for the upcoming season where the alpha female will give birth. So there's nothing new about animals, especially dogs who are pacers. I've seen horses that pace back and forth. You've seen horses.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, at the racetrack, you'll see that a lot because animals are in good shape.
Oh, yeah.
And people will put obstacles in their stall to stop them from.
Yeah, but they'll find a new.
Oh yeah, well no, because it's an
It's in their, yeah, exactly.
make brain thing.
Yeah, it's in their hard drive. What?
No. But I think this is GAF.
Yeah, with it, horses, humans, and dogs, the number one affliction they all suffer from is an inability to exercise as much as they're evolutionary prepared for.
Yeah.
And that's why we've got massive obesity and hypertension. That's why dogs are half of them going crazy, and horses are cribbing and chewing the fence and digging holes, and on and on and on because.
But to me, this is my personal opinion about horses. I know it's hard for people. I mean, unfortunately, you live basically in the city, in an urban setting, right?
Hey, Freddie.
Those people that live in a rural area, like, and I mean rural, where the horses can go off for acres and acres, like your horse. I think the horses psychologically are more well balanced. What I find it difficult to see some I mean, I know it's the economy, blah, 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 and people can't afford it. They're paying a mortgage to have their horses for full board. But I know they have these little paddocks for them outside, like they let them out every day.
Yeah.
But you know what? Personally, these animals are bred to run.
Fuck that.
And if they don't have the room to run, they get bored.
When Let's and I drove up on top of that mountain and looked at my colt and saw how big and gorgeous he was and fat and shiny, and I'm going, holy fuck.
So what's going on with them, by the way? I mean, everything's good with them? Your colt?
Yeah, they never had a, he got a cut on his shoulder in wintertime, and he called me and said, Mike, the colt's got a cut on his shoulder, it's about an inch, you know.
Across?
And I said, and he goes, you want us to get the vet down? I said, vet? Where is it? Right, just on the meat in the shoulder? He goes, yeah. Fuck that. I said, go fucking ram some fucking agricultural lime in that fucking hole. And by the way, this is January, right? We're not in the high infection fucking corner where it's fucking snow up to their asshole. Anyway, yeah, that was all that happened. I said, and he goes, oh, great, Mike, okay, you know, like, I'll vet for that.
Well, I guess being horse, I mean, they know they must have some sort of a topical spray or topical solution with hydrogen peroxide, some antibacterial spray.
Best thing in the world is spray apple cider vinegar in as an astringent, dry it out, and then pack it with white lime. Get the fuck away. It's gonna heal beautiful.
Go out and play.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't be calling vets much for Mike's horses. I mean, unless they're fucking like broken bones, or I just haven't had to deal with them much.
Yeah.
Especially shit like that. I don't call vets for that kind of crap.
Well, to me, you know, I usually do a lot of my own veterinarian.
Well, yeah, you have got.
I mean, I've got the experience, but there's some things I can't do, and that's why I call my veterinarian, right? Especially with horses, I don't want to take a chance with them. Like say if they have a little kind of a lesion or cut, I can do that myself.
Yeah,
it's like yourself. You get a little cut or something.
Yeah, and you know, somebody said to me, "Oh, that's cruel lime." I said, every wound powder made for horses is agricultural lime, but they put the smell of blueberries in it, so you fucking pay them $14. You know what agricultural lime's worth? $8 for 50 pounds. I got a bag over there. You know what? $8 for 50 pounds, and you guys are buying wound powder for $14 for a little tube. Jill does it on her horse.
Yeah. How was her horse?
Good. That fucking thing is older.
Is she coming down today, or you don't know?
Not to my knowledge, I don't know.
Well, she's got her mother with her,
Well,
so.
well, she got her daughter's home, the mother's home, living in her house now. Her husband's recovering.
Yeah.
But I know she's been under a lot of.
Well, it's nice for her to get out to, you know, sort of alleviate some of the stress that she's going through, right?
Well, that's why she likes to be out.
That's the wind that makes the wind chill factor.
Oh yeah,
It feels colder than it really is.
Mindy, you're such a. When are you going to be an adult?
You don't mind her doing this to you?
No.
Oh,
I want. You know what, Art? I never had a Jack Russell Terrier that didn't love every human it met. That you could put your hands inside my car, a perfect stranger, and pat the dog. One day, a guy was patting my dogs. Came out and he said, "Oh, is this your dog?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, I got a Jack Russell Terrier. If you put your hand in my car, you take your hand right off of the wrist."
Okay, hold on a minute. I can see that could be Sam. Just a second, that could be Sam. Okay. Come here. No, that's Darla. This lady named Darla. Sorry. I had to put your sweater on the fence. really putting on the jackets.
Fucking right. That's that fucking whistling.
So you got no cutting today?
Well, I'm gonna go look at a job here about 2 o'clock on 2/24th.
Big job?
Yeah, it's a 5-acre place, and yeah, I've got lots of work right now. But I've just got to get the estimates out of the way, and then I do them and get rid of them, and then do a bunch more estimates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate doing an estimate and then doing the job, do the estimate, do the job. I line up.
So you got jobs lined up.
Are you kidding? Fuck.
So do you still want the repost though? You still want that?
Yeah, you can put, yeah, and a matter of fact, that job I got over in Belcarra out of Port Moody was off the Craigslist.
Oh, okay.
That's a $475 job. It'll take me 3 hours maximum. You know, it's a good job.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, if it's then the woman's going, can you come and service my yard every month and everything? No. Well, the day you do my yard, Mike, she said, I'll make you a big meal. No, that's okay, Kathy.
She married?
No. Oh no, she's the one going, Mike, you're so powerful. And she's 100 pounds. Like she's
Yeah, yeah.
You're so
Oh, is that the little Asian woman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going, you're so powerful and you're intelligent. That's such an unusual combination.
Mm.
I'm like, hey, fuck, just show me the work. Shut the fuck up.
Let me get at it.
And she's going, and so the day you do my place, like, you know, you can come in, well, I'll make you a nice meal. And I said, Kathy, I said, the last thing I want after I work is food. Like, I have no appetite whatsoever. Once, you know, like I eat at night when I calm down, you know, I just never, I have no appetite at all. Like Tony eats more food. He eats more food than I do in a day than I would eat 3 days. Meals.
Well, you see his waistline.
It's 3 big meals a day.
Yeah.
And I watch him at the deli, and I watch the lunch and the pork, and then I watch him again at supper, and then I watch him with the fucking pies and on and on. And I said to Alexa last night, she told me, I said, what did you personally see him eat yesterday? She tells me, and I'm just fucking my eye. I can't. I mean,
Where does he put it?
well, that's why he's always tired. He has to come home right out of the car. He does the paddock, and he falls right into bed. And it doesn't matter if it's 2 hours till.
Yeah, well, he doesn't really exercise. I mean, he does does he do the paddocks or
half-assed.
Half,
He'll
okay.
do half of them, like he'll never fucking do.
who does the other half?
Well, he has to catch up. You know, in the morning he has to get up and do a few. And like he never just runs through them. You know what I mean? And again, yesterday he didn't want to go get an empty wheelbarrow because what he does is fills them all up. And he keeps them going down pathways.
If it's full.
So what he did is yesterday he had a bunch of full ones here and one empty one down there. Well, instead of going down to get it and cleaning that paddock, he tried to drive the machine in, so he didn't have to walk so far, and it spooked the horses out of the paddock, and then we had nothing but disaster. You'd be fired on every farm I've ever been on so fast. Like, for being that lazy to endanger the horses from your laziness like that, that horse could have killed himself. And then Let's has got to tell the owner, we had to put your horse down because my guy drove a paddock into the fucking thing, and you know, like, are you fucking stupid? When all you had to do was go get the empty wheelbarrow? Oh yeah, I was going to kill him last night. You don't deserve to live being that stupid. You just can't make a contribution when you're that dumb. Like, you're sucking up valuable oxygen that could be used by people who make contributions. No, honestly, God, yeah, I don't hold my temper very often, but that was fucking, I'm going, oh, okay, this is just not necessary. There's going to be anguish for no reason here, you know, like sheer laziness.
Okay, so I'm all the way down here, and he's talking to her. I don't know what else. I don't know if I should keep recording.
Well,
Yeah. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I gotta go deposit a check.
you know what? I have to still buy some cargo pants. Like, I have to buy pants for the sun. Like, it's cold right now, but when the sun comes out,
I think when the sun's gonna come out in a couple of weeks, you can get probably the first bump of summer weather where it's hot.
oh, as soon as that happens, I mean, I have no no pants to work in the summer now. I had to get rid of them all because I've just used them up. They're
Yeah.
full of holes and everything. Now I've got to replace them with 2 or 3 real light pairs. That's why when I went online last night, the fucking problem is every time I put in the key search, summer. See, most cargo pants are pretty thick. They always go, good thick pants for winter, and fuck that. I'm looking for cargo pants, summer, hiking. Those are the 3 things, and every time I put that in, those fucking light in the box come up because they're the ones for summer hiking. So they're loose and billowy. I know what they're like, kind of thing. They're not for winter.
Yeah.
They say for summer. That's what I'm looking for.
That's what you want. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then otherwise, those other ones, you die in them, kind of thing.
Too hot.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean,
And you gotta
have
have,
something
and you gotta
light.
move. You gotta be comfortable when you
Yeah,
move.
yeah. I mean, look, there's a reason fucking Arabs don't wear jeans in Qatar.
Yeah,
There's a reason they wear billowy clothing, you know, that fucking floating around.
yeah. Very thin.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. I always remember the guys in the steel plant in Flin Flon, Manitoba, where I was mining. They had the big smelter in there. The guys that worked close to the furnaces wore wool clothing
Yeah.
because it protected them from the heat. And that's just how fabulous wool is.
I heard. I guess you must have heard on the CNN last night that some during the week at this point, Trump wants to address
Yeah. Well, he
because
doesn't want to.
Biden has been doing it all.
Yeah.
You know, and
He doesn't want to, but his campaign people, according to the Washington Post, are begging, look, you got to get out and say
he
something.
hasn't said anything. It's all
Right.
to do with him and his so-called unemployment.
Well, they're aligning it with Hitler's last days in the bunker, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is the bunker mentality. Exactly.
I know.
God, and you're going, whoa. They're calling it him hiding in the bunker.
Yeah.
And now he's built a big fence around the White House.
Oh, yeah,
He finally
yeah,
gets the wall. And so and you see what the protesters did with his new wall, right?
No.
Well, he built it.
Oh yeah, I know, but they also
Thing around.
painted. You know.
Yeah, but then he built a wall,
Yes.
a special.
Yes.
So all
It's-
the protesters went up and went, hey, thanks a lot. So they've used this entire wall for all of their artwork against Trump and everything like that, right? So now you've got this whole wall of art, which is all anti-Trump and on and on. And so and reporters are just kind of laughing, going, this guy's just making one fucking mistake.
But his
after another.
ratings, I know it's 43% still, hasn't really slipped a little bit, right?
The
Overall.
ones that count, the national poll has Biden 11 points.
Yeah, a lead.
ahead.
Yeah, double. Yeah.
And state by state, the Republicans are losing in 58 of 59 or something. It's absolutely insane. That's why they're terrified. That's why Trump's had 2 meetings this week with Brad Parscale, his campaign manager, going, what the fuck is going on? I'm getting fucking killed. So what he screamed at Brad Parscale, according to the Washington Post, is, Joe Biden's hired killers, and all I've got is people playing defense. That was an actual statement that he screamed at them.
Okay.
Joe Biden's hired killers. You know, like people that are hurting
Yeah,
me.
yeah. He's meeting with the Floyd family.
Yeah.
So that's what.
That's going to be it.
Yeah. So
Joe Biden, who's lost half his family.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
so
he's got credibility.
he can read. Yeah, I was
He
just
goes,
gonna
"I
say
feel your
he
pain."
can relate to it.
Yeah, I've lost 3 of my closest.
Yeah.
My wife and my 2 kids.
I think I'm gonna stop recording here because I don't think.